Let's talk about breathing and bracing as it relates to exercise. So when we have this ability to create intra-abdominal pressure by using our breath, essentially taking our breath and filling our whole trunk with air, it's creating stability. So essentially, if you were to think of taking a mason jar and you put a straw in it, the mason jar would be your whole trunk, the straw would be your spine, and that thing you can move around and the spine goes everywhere, the straw goes everywhere, it's very unstable. Now, if you were to keep that mason jar, hold the straw, and fill it with rice, you can still move the spine or the straw around, no problem. But there's some resistance there. There's some stability there. It's not as frantic, it's way safer, it's way more controlled. So breathing in your breath essentially does the same thing. Whereas you fill up with air, as long as you're doing it in a horizontal capacity, so filling your belly, filling out into your sides, filling to your low back, you're creating this pattern where you're able to essentially help your spine still be able to move, but it's creating a whole lot of intra-abdominal pressure, which essentially becomes like a belt and creates this stability, allowing you to move well while still being protected. Also, that signals to your nervous system that you're safe, which is going to help you move in a greater range of motion than you previously would be, where if you're unstable, your body's going to be consciously, subconsciously, and consciously working to keep you in a safe pattern because it knows that you don't have that stability. So ultimately, if you can, in training, before you go to deadlift heavy, before you go to squat, before you go to do any movement where you're exerting force, you want to take an inhale, brace, make sure you have that good stability, and then move through your range of motion, exhaling and getting rid of that as you finish the rep to re-inhale to go again. Makes a world of difference, and I would say especially if it's new for you, as you're standing before doing a squat, before doing a deadlift, inhale in a slow capacity. It gives you more time to make sure that you're filling your whole trunk, not just breathing into your belly, not shrugging in your shoulders, but it gives you an opportunity to go slow enough where you feel like you actually have time to make sure you're breathing into your belly, breathing laterally into your sides, breathing into your back, and then you get a sense of what that feels like. And similar to learning any skill, the more you do this, the more you're very deliberate in your process of setting up for this, the more you're going to be able to do it quickly without extra effort or without any extra thought. And it's just going to be how you then inherently move time in and time out.